What's up everyone, I'm Alex from Vinos Hermanos and I'm back for another UFC breakdown. This weekend on the 10th of December we have UFC 282 live from Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. And in the main event we have Jan, legendary Polish power Błachowicz, facing Magomed Ankalaev. Now originally Jiří Procházka was supposed to face Glover Teixeira for the light heavyweight title, but Jiří unfortunately had to pull out due to a really serious shoulder injury. Now, one might think, why didn't they just put then Jan Błachowicz against Glover Teixeira, because they had a really bomb-ass fight. They've already faced each other once. Why don't just make a rematch? But that was not the case. UFC decided to go with Magomed Ankalaev. And this dude is scary. He's a Dagestani, aggressive fighter who has a 9-fight winning streak. And he's faced some really, really high-level opponents. And you know, I'm kind of worried here for Jan Błachowicz because, of course, he has that legendary Polish power. One should not neglect that factor. But, I mean, damn, these Dagestani dudes, they're different, you know? So I think that we can really see another Dagestani champion in Magomed Ankalaev. I'm gotta be honest, I haven't really watched any of his fights. I've just watched some highlights, but just looking at his record, knowing that he comes from Dagestan, and also knowing that he's 30 years old, you know, he's probably in his prime right now, and Jan Błachowicz is probably on the later part of his career. I think that he will show some great challengers for Jan. That's not to say that Jan can't beat him, but I'm going to go with Magomed Ankalaev as the new light heavyweight champion. All right, so moving then on to the co-main event of the evening, which is Paddy the Baddy Pimblett facing Jared Gordon. Now, this is an exciting one for me because I think in this fight, we as fans really get to know, you know, whether Paddy truly is the real deal. This could be his coming out party, or it could be that fight that really, you know, shows us that maybe he is not that great of a fighter as we previously thought, or wonder if he could be, you know, because he's facing a really tough dude, you know, someone who's been around in the UFC for quite a while. And, you know, Paddy is famous and known for his superior skill of taking people's back and submitting them from the back, you know, but he's facing a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt under the Master Yoda himself, John Danaher. So, you know, it will be really interesting to see how Paddy's grappling stands up against, you know, Jared Gordon's. But I love, you know, a star, and I'm rooting for Paddy to win this fight. So I'm going to go with Paddy winning by decision. I don't think he'll get the finish. I think he will be truly tested in this one. So we'll just have to wait and see. All right. Moving on then to the legend Robbie Lawler facing Santiago Ponzinibbio. And I mean, I don't see how this could be a boring fight. I mean, this Robbie Lawler is an absolute legend. He was the victor in what is, my opinion, one of the best fights ever in combat history, not just in MMA, when he faced Rory McDonald.
Again, he goes for that head kick. Wow, how good is this?
Yeah, that fight was truly fucking crazy. And, you know, Santiago Ponzinibbio, he's, you know, he's not the top echelon of UFC fighters, but he is definitely game, you know. He's a game opponent, and he brings it every single time, it seems. So, you know, I'm really excited for this one, and I hope that Robbie gets a W and that maybe he can then, you know, bow out with a win, because he's had a truly a fantastic career. So I'm rooting for Robbie for the W here. Then we have Darren Till, another Scouser, facing, I gotta check what his name was, Dricus du Plessis. I probably pronounced that very wrong, but fuck it. Dricus du Plessis. I don't know anything about him, but what to me is the interesting story here is to see, okay, where is Darren Till? You know, if he doesn't beat this guy, then I'm afraid, you know, we probably never see Darren Till being a true contender. You know, he burst onto the scenes a few years ago with a devastating finish against Donald Cowboy Cerrone. But, you know, since then, he's been in some high-level bouts, but he hasn't really won them. He won against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, but, you know, he lost for the title. And when he fought against Derek Brunson, he didn't really look good, you know. So it'll be interesting to see where he is at, what type of fighter we'll see in Darren Till this time around. And, you know, my heart goes for Darren Till here. You know, I want him to win. I'm a fan of his, and I really, really hope that he gets the W. But it will be an interesting fight no matter the outcome. I'm sure this Dricus guy is a serious opponent. All of them are in UFC. So I'm sure it will be a great fight for sure. All right, and then for the last fight is Bryce Mitchell, the Arkansas kid, and you know I like him. You know, both inside and outside the octagon. I think he has a cool fighting style, and he seems like a cool person. But he's facing Ilia Topuria, and you know he's a Spaniard, and as a fellow Spaniard, you know I have to go with Ilia. You know, so I'm hoping that Ilia gets the W. All right, so that was a short and sweet breakdown for the upcoming UFC 282. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.